Welcome to the Auld Syne. We got semifinals going on this morning. Our feature sheet is sheet 3, where T-Bon is playing against Kaylee Meyer. Looks like the first rock is in the house. Exactly where T called it for it to be. I always like to go in on the first one, see what the ice is on the first stand. Kaylee's call is to freeze down to it.
Want to go back to sleep? You can watch soccer.
It's a little bit heavy and over curling. It's gonna stick around in the back house. It's not a bad place with hammer.
That's a wonderful ball from Ziyech. Mikalenko just great for that. The Chelsea foot didn't get there first.
I sometimes have to write it.
I do that too sometimes.
Because I just have to see it, and then I'll put the.
It looks like someone did that with Wordle yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I like draw the boxes out. Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, this.
The call was to come down to it or guarding, and that's a perfect spot right on top of it. This one looks like it's got good hack weight to get to the top one and move them both. That's a really good shot. Create some separation and move the rocks off the middle.
Oh my God! Actually, yesterday I was smoking again. Today I'm smoking still.
Start again after 2 hour quitting time.
To me, this is just like my parents in the future. I started smoking in the first place.
Aren't you 9?
T's call is to draw in on the red card. This one is looking a little bit tight. Might rub off the top one. That's pretty good. And our yellow sitting 3. Music's fine. Alright, so with hammer, looking at 3 rocks, I gotta start hitting some of those out. It's a little bit tight. I'll get a piece of it. Move that second rock too, so would have liked to stick around there instead of running out. All the yellow rocks are behind T now, which is a lot better. Supers are not touching this one, it's a little bit heavy. side has 2 biters sitting around, which could come into play. The yellow one is partly covered under the guard, so there's no real direct hit here, so the call is to freeze down to it. And you can deal with it later. This looks a little bit spicy. We saw that same draw go through the house last time, so a little bit heavy. It's a little bit straight there. Takes everything down to it. You can sit top house. Let's get a time on Ray Race Rock here. Sweepers on is early. I think it's light. Doing a good job with it. Curling. 14-3, that's good weight. Fix looks perfect. If anything, a little bit deep actually, but very good draw. Scott can get to corner freeze there and be shot. It's still a good possibility for Red to score multiples here. This doesn't have line yet, and it's a little bit heavy. It looks to be that same line that we've seen twice already. That one goes through. So anything up top house here, half guarding those yellow ones is probably perfect. Hard to get a time on that one, but it looks a little bit heavy right now. And it is. This one should go through the house as well. So opportunity is still there to freeze in there. And Scott just threw it. You expect him to be a lot closer in making this here. Okay, supers are off and on, that's a good sign. Okay, that calls him off and on. 14, it's just a tad heavy. T wants that to go past the yellows, and yellow is still sitting 3.
But still interested. Let me know when you end up there. She's been here
Good morning. Good morning.
T is sitting pretty good here.
Yeah.
He's tried to guard on his last one, put it top house, but it went deep and through the house, so
There is a little bit of an out here. Red can freeze down into those two if he doesn't cap this off.
Definitely. Sweepers are on this, so it's a little bit light. Come up.
Well, he does leave them out. Red still does have 2 shots remaining to send, so.
Yeah, I can definitely have a skip seduce here.
Yep. Skip Zeus, or even at this point, if you just sink one around there and cut out the big steal to start the game.
For sure. Yeah. If you could put it about here, would that be pretty good?
That would be pretty good. You can even drop it onto the one below.
The one here,
that
yeah.
does allow T to come down and freeze on top of it as well.
Yeah.
But that would, if you put it right in that pocket, it would take it away and kind of take away any chance of the steal or anything like that. The Supers are on it early though.
Yeah.
Scott's coming out. This is not looking great.
They're carrying it. Let's see if they can get. No,
Not gonna.
Not counting any other 3.
It will be 4th shot, but that does not help them very much. Now gives T a chance to shut this down and give Kaylee just the draw to the 4-foot for the force.
Yes.
So ideally, where would you want to put this? Somewhere here-ish?
You could put it there. I think I would go maybe quarter on the center line.
Looking at here.
No, just deep enough that they can't hit it on nose.
Yeah.
The nose hit gives this.
If
gives
he
this
leaves
the-
it here, then they can just hit for their one.
Yeah, it gives him the hit for the 1 with the 2 catchers on the side. So you
If
could.
they overcurl too much, then there's an easier path.
It's
in.
an easier path. He's not going to be
But-
able to completely shut the draw down on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So I think if you put it just kind of a quarter on the center line, maybe just middle 8, right about
Right
there.
Okay.
That kind of it forces the draw path a little bit wider.
Yeah. And it's never fun to draw against 4 in the first hand.
No, especially if you had the draw in the first shot and you throw it a little bit light. The worst thing you can do is overcorrect and.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, they're going on it. He jumps in on the sweep as well.
It's not too far.
Doesn't look
off,
too bad. It's going
no.
to overcurl a little bit, but I think they're going to sit 4 after this.
They are indeed.
Yep, and drag it just biting 8. So Kaylee with hammer has the draw to a healthy bite of the 4-foot for the force.
Yep. So a little bit wider line here. They haven't played this draw yet, so
Could be a little fresh out here.
keys for the sweepers to judge this correctly here.
Yep.
Be on it early if needed.
Oh, and to also know where the margin is on this one.
Yeah.
If they get it into the full 8, it will give them the cut. And only give the steal a 2. All 3 of them are out here. Big shot, big sweep. It is diving for that guard though.
It is.
And that is going to be on the guard for a steal of 4.
How miserable are you out there?
So it's not ideal start, but we saw Tate yesterday gave up one early, a big end, and he came back and had a chance in 8. So, like they say, if you're gonna give up a big end, then first end is probably the best one to do it now.
If you're gonna give up the big one, give it up early and give yourself plenty of time to come back.
And the key is really to stay patient here and try to get your 1s, your 2s, your 3s if you can, and you'll
You
be
don't
back
need
in the
to
game.
don't need to take it all back in this end.
No.
Get your 2, get your steal. Really, if you get your 2, force 1, get your 2 again, you've closed that gap considerably. We got first ends posted on 2 of our other sheets. Tycho takes 1 over Sherry in the first, and the team that used to be mostly Bergman and is now not mostly Bergman takes 1 over Hiller in their first. We should be getting our final first end score here just shortly. They're pushing the rocks away, and hopefully the Vice will be on top of it and put a number up there for us.
So I'm not sure what happened on the first rock, but it's not in play.
It went through the house.
Alright, then looks like we may have another one.
We may be repeating it. As this rock tee will take this out the back.
Sounds like a good dinner. I've never been a big time up there, but like the first time I was like, well, like, can I get it without the and they're like, don't try it.
Looks like good weight. I'm not sure if he called for it to be in the house or if he wants to guard here, but I don't think he's opposed to having it in the house at this point.
No. I think in the house unit it is going to slide deep though. IBT to back 4. Check up in the back 4. Not the back hill, wants to freeze down on top of it. Nope. We've changed the call or not. We'll see.
I think freeze is a good call. You can certainly hit it, but if you play with people you don't usually play with, then it's hard to know sometimes. So what their tendencies is for hitting.
Sure, especially if you just watch one go right through the house. It doesn't hurt to play the freeze. Gives you a couple options. If they are a little bit heavy, as long as the line works, be a little bit of a bump, be a little bit of a tap. But you throw the corner and maybe doesn't. This one's looking pretty nice though.
It's not bad.
Not gonna get the freeze, but they're gonna get them lined. They're gonna be in the house and they're gonna have them somewhat lined up.
Yeah. So even though it's guarding the yellow rock, it's not bad because they have a setting up to score.
Yep. It is guarding a little bit. It is a fairly short run if they wanted to tackle that shot, but also lightweight could potentially get you kind of to bounce that yellow in the open. This one looks pretty heavy. It's supposed to be a guard, but this one might chip off the red. Yep, chips off the red.
Sticks around.
It does stick around. It does, and it also does open up that probably about half a rock.
Yeah.
For that yellow.
Okay, so just back house weight here.
Yep.
Tap it a little bit.
Yep. You can tap it if you're a little bit heavy. You can kind of roll over towards that other yellow.
There are definitely options here too. If it's really narrow, you can wick off your red one and stay in.
Yeah,
Still keep
and
two rocks in play. This one looks pretty good though.
It looks pretty good. They're gonna clear the red.
Actually,
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's hard to make it better than that. And that red's hitting two.
Alright, here we go. Sweepers are on it. I think he's going for the double here. This looks like it's going to be inside nose, so probably a one out. Just kind of stuffs it, leaving one red in the forefoot. So there's a very lonely red in there.
It is.
Phil gonna go after the rock, just throwing rock in the 8 foot.
Probably the right call here to start eliminating some of those yellow rocks. It's not really a good place to draw to anywhere. If you go under the yellow, you could freeze to the side yellow, but both are hard shots.
Yeah, I think
This one
is. It might not catch anything. That's through.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the hit is not the wrong call. I do think the one challenge you have that is you are rolling probably to be guaranteed shot. You're probably rolling back towards giving them the double.
Yeah.
The freeze on the leftmost yellow.
It's difficult.
It's difficult, but it might be my call.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the other rocks in play.
T would just hit that open one regardless, I think, what you do. So you would want to have one somewhere else counting second.
Yep. Here's a raise shot for the open hit, and they will make that and roll. Go to the sweep under.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Freeze is there.
But we're finally getting to a score here on one half of the end, and it was a blank. Sweeper's out of it, almost out of his hand.
This one is curling.
How far?
They're doing a good job.
They're doing a good job,
Yeah.
and
Might just get a wick off, or maybe they'll get to it.
they might have held this
that's
one.
great sweep in there.
Fantastic sweep.
And T sweeping that one to get some separation, so it's easier to get the red one out.
Yep. Got plenty of room to pick this one out.
This one is curling early.
This one is curling early. I don't know if he turned it in or
So
what, but this one is going to be on top of that yellow.
It is. You got a short run.
It is a short run.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here for Kaylee.
You know, the freeze on the tap one is not a bad call.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely helps set the angles up to protect that one in the 4 foot.
Yeah.
The other option you could have is to just draw a second one into the 8 foot and kind of freeze on either kind of close freeze on the one on the left, or if you just put it kind of into the far 8 foot even with the other rock.
Yeah.
So you'll probably go for the open hit, but it does set up a pretty good opportunity for your 2.
Yeah.
This one's coming down. I don't think they're going to get the freeze.
Not
Still a little short.
I expect T to take on their own here.
Yep. Now there is a lot of options for this red to get caught
Definitely.
on one of those. If he's a little bit outside, he
Yeah.
could throw it back, but anything I feel like kind of nose to hair outside nose on this yellow, and that red will be back in the bin.
I think if he hits it on the outside there, so that the red one jams, then his yellow will kind of roll underneath the red a little bit
Maybe.
and sit a little bit protected. So we'll see what happens here.
Cool.
I didn't know the leaf poster got taken down.
So they've been playing inside out on the last few walks here, and it's been a little bit straight. So they're changing turns now. Let's see what this will do.
Yeah, we're changing turns and changing super sides.
Yeah. This could be curling a little bit more.
This could be. I mean, he does have a pretty wide margin on this rock, but it is curling hard right now.
They are on it.
They are on it. I think he still is gonna. No, it's gonna curl a little too much for him.
Okay, yeah.
And once again, he does keep his shooter in play.
Yeah, so there's in 2,
So-
3, 4, and 5.
2, 3, 4, and 5, which helps. It is still a very lonely red in there, but they are in pretty decent position to still get their 2 with 2 rocks to throw.
I would like to Christmas tree that right there, right?
I like that a lot. I like that shot.
Charlie's pointing to it. Okay, so that could be an option if you're a little bit heavy.
If you're a little bit heavy, you can definitely.
I mean, this is not bad either.
It's not. I would think you'd want to sit 1, 2, at least 2 after this.
This would be ideal, I think.
Yeah, I think if you kind of overlap all of them.
Because then T doesn't really have it. He has to basically pick one out and concede the 2, I think.
Yeah, it puts you in a really good position for your 2.
Let's see if we can get a time on this.
I mean, also. That too.
Four. That's good weight.
The weight's pretty good, but it is going to overcurl a little bit.
You know, that's not bad.
It is not bad. It is going to cover a portion of the rock. I think with the way it is moving, that rock is still accessible to be chipped out.
Yep. Especially since he saw his first one curl, so he knows he can get around that thing.
The question is where did that top one bounce into an area that outcounts any other ones? They're taking a look at it.
Yep. So
It's
if
definitely
he,
outcounting at least the one in the back.
yeah. So if I think it was T is again, if they miss that chip out of the red shot rock, then red might have a shot for 3.
Oh, there's definitely a shot for 3. If they completely miss it's not that far of a split on that one rock in the left side of the 12.
So T could really freeze down to the red one and make it really tough to score 2.
Absolutely. If you freeze down on top of it, Ray is probably looking at that left-hand tap for their 2.
Yeah.
It is a short tap, so it's definitely
It's makeable.
definitely quite makeable. It does look like he's going to try to pick this right out of here.
Yep, definitely. The ice looks like that. Oh, he's looking at it again. Maybe he can't see quite that much of it from the hack. Oh, still going what kind of weight he's throwing here? Is it more like a control weight?
I would think you'd want to throw, because you're not going to be able to hit it full on, so you're going to have to throw at least control. Looks like a good control. He calls it early.
Yep.
Both sweepers on the same side.
Holding it pretty well, but I think it's crashing.
I think it's still on the guard.
Yes, another. I'll go through the
So
hole.
they're going to punch that through the hole.
Okay. So now the question is there a shot for 3 here?
I don't.
I think you want to roll inside. Is the top red one out counting the back yellow one?
It's definitely out counting the farthest back yellow one. I don't know about the one on the right-hand side. I think this top, unless you're trying to take this yellow over top.
I think it's over the top. I think that's the shot, I think, to get your 3.
Well, it's either that or you could play the split on your top one.
True, yeah, that's an option.
Which gives you, I feel like, a little bit more margin for error, because if you don't get the split, you might just get the straight draw if it over curls on you a little bit. So all you have to do, you're not moving that top rock by much.
Yeah, that's true. You'd pretty much be a guaranteed 2 as long as you make any contact with the red one.
Pretty much, and it's not that hard for the split. But they are going to play this double. To get it over the top, you will be rolling in. The question is, where does that top line? If it just kind of stuffs it,
Tight ice.
and they're on it immediately.
It looks pretty close.
It does look close. Were they able to hold this? They do take it over top.
Oh, that beauty.
That is an absolutely phenomenal shot. Well thrown.
Well thought out. Good line call.
Fantastic team shot.
And they're right back into the game. So
Absolutely.
let's take a look at what we got going on sheet 1 here. Looks like we have a full house.
That would be Matt sitting the 4. This
And
is Hammer. Looking over there, this is
Yeah.
Hammer. So this is the draw to the full 12 foot for a 5.
that would be a huge score.
That will be. The score just goes up on sheet 3. They did get 3, so it was counted that top red was out counting those 2 in the back. And go in this draw. The sweepers are not touching it.
It looks a little heavy,
That
but
looks quite heavy.
they got backing.
Well, they're going to have to worry about maybe chipping one of their own out.
It's good.
It is. He caught just enough of that to keep both of them in play.
Nice score of
That is
5.
a nice score of 5 from that.
So back on the feature sheet. That goes back 4 on the first. He calls a hit on this one.
Not sweet, but it does look like it's coming in pretty nicely.
It's a good shot.
Right on the nose.
Probably adds to why.
A couple other second-end scores out there. Sherry ties the game in the second. It's now one apiece. And Matt Hiller over on 4 gets his 2. He took a 1-point lead in the third. Playing in the third. That being said, looking down at that far end, there are 3 red rocks in the house. And we are still on seconds rocks.
Yep. There's some work to do there. Looks like we're just trading hits here. We need to hold this.
Joel's trying. He's going to catch a good piece of it. Quite possibly. Probably won't though.
No, stick around.
Caleb Garrett's out. But he will stick around biting.
Oh, they're taking it, but yeah. He takes a second look at it. You probably wouldn't go after this one anyway, maybe.
No, I don't think you need to. It's still early in the end. You don't really need to go after it.
No.
You can, since it is behind the tee, you can play to kind of to that side of the shoot, maybe set some sort of a jam if tee goes after the rock, goes after your rock.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, pretty close to what they're doing here.
Because the guard is fine here. It's a little slippy
Guard
into
is
the
fine. It just looks like it's going to slide to the tee line at least. Shooting hard for this one. This made a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I was worried to be squishy by the time. I'd rather just go get pushed.
Take a look at what we got going on sheet 2. Let's take a closer look. See what we got.
Talking about a lonely red there.
It is. So Sherry just made a hit to get in there.
Yep.
And it's quite accessible for...
It's quite accessible, but fortunately, I think it's going to be hard to not catch that yellow out the back. Not sure there's a spot that he can really hit it. He was a bit out on that.
Us. Can get around that yellow top.
I think it's around.
Looks good.
But I think it's going right back onto that yellow in the back.
That's a very nice weight and a very good shot.
Oh, no, it'll click off. That's a pretty good shot by...
Yep.
Pretty good shot by Matt. It does go leave the double back, though.
It does, but Sherry doesn't have him right here,
No.
so it's tricky. There's no double.
There is no double. Well, there is the double. Double on the yellows. Probably
Roll to the side in that case, but
yep, you can probably make it, get a little bit of a flip under. It's gonna be hard, and the other option is maybe to try to hit inside nose and then kind of flop
kind of
it.
roll
Yeah,
on top.
yep.
I think that would be probably the best shot here. You definitely want to leave your rock in play, because otherwise
Without a doubt.
there's a 3 in play.
Alright, oh, and they are on it. Holding it pretty nicely, though.
Yeah.
Or did they sweep it too much?
Oh no.
They did, oh no. They didn't let it work enough. And now we are looking at we are now looking at another draw for
5.
We just saw one of the many Macs on the ice make this shot literally minutes ago. So let's see if Peters can do the same. He has a lot of granite to throw to, though.
Definitely, yeah. It's got a lot of backing.
And after we see this, it might be worth it to head over to sheet 4, where we are down to Skip's Rocks, and there is still a lot of yellow and a lot of red in the house. I think there might be a yellow. There is a yellow kind of tucked away from our viewing point. And
This one is a little bit steamy, but he rubs off his own, and it's enough for the 5. Okay, so looks like
And speaking of Matt's making draws, Matt Hiller just threw that one that's sitting in the top 4, being blocked by Brooke right now. But there's a yellow in the top 4 that is both is not shot, but it is second shot, and it's going to be pretty tough to get it out of there.
so that was a great shot to neutralize a potentially big end here. Yeah, that's in a perfect spot.
It's fantastic. Yeah. The one in the
You could take on the chip out there, even if you catch a piece of your own. You're gonna stick around and say 3, but you'll leave
it
Matt the
doesn't
same.
look like there's. I mean, it looks. I'm just looking over the overhead cam on the sheet, and it looks a lot tighter than it does kind of on this angle. I'm not sure you can.
know.
I'm not sure you can chip that. I'm not sure you can chip that yellow
There's a
out.
stick there, so yeah. Second draw in, and even if you angle freeze on that top yellow one, you might have something
You might.
for your last shot.
Now the thing is the one in the back, that one on the back 4 on the center line is shot stone,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it is somewhat accessible, so you can't.
Yeah, no, I always feel like
I think you gotta freeze down on top of it just to
Yeah.
secure potentially your 1. Or else Matt could come down here, punch that back, sit 2 with a wall of granite surrounding him.
It's
coming-
Oh, it's curling.
it's coming in now. Oh, they waited on that too long.
Too long.
This might put.
Up.
Oh no.
This yellow sitting
I
shot,
believe
right?
they are.
Yeah.
I believe that the yellow is now shot 1.
And put another one in there. I think it's
Absolutely.
gonna be very difficult to score here.
Absolutely. If you just sink one right on top of that one in the back 4, in the back button, I'm not entirely sure how red scores in this end. I know they looked at it, but I think they're just planning to throw maybe like a top 12 guard here. I mean, there's a lot of good options.
Anything guarding that draw here would be basically guarantee a steal.
Or it's from IKEA.
Although I have been eyeing the like sleeper
They're jogging a little bit. Heavy doesn't hurt them a lot here.
It's curling good.
It's curling a lot. This is like hack weight, but they're gonna punch that through.
But like with
It gets a piece of their own. That is gonna sit them.
No, there's a chance for red here all of a sudden.
There is a chance.
that totally can.
Don't know how much damage that did though.
There is a pocket there, so as long
At
as
least something like IKEA, you don't take apart.
You could be sitting 10 or 2.
Tough to tell.
I was gonna say.
Alright, I don't think he-
two regular ones, like I was thinking, there's an IKEA.
oh, I
Could
think
you ever
red can score now. I think
They
so. That's the upside.
They can. Red, there absolutely is a pocket for red to score here. I think it's only going to be for one.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah. That one on the sides can be very difficult to do something with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a perfectly purpose. Keep up the way they get some goal.
Yellow team has 6 points.
You see if we have a slide.
And we're on our feature sheet on the first event semifinals. We are looking at. I've been trading hits for a while, and it looks like we are probably just going to be having either the hit for 2 or the draw for 2.
This is a little bit heavy.
This is a little bit heavy and a little bit out. And I think that's a steal of 1.
Steal of 1.
I might make something, I'm not sure if I'm good at it.
Let's go back to sheet 3. Looks like he has a draw for 2, I believe.
I believe that is the draw for 2.
They looked at those biters, and I think they concluded that yellow is shot.
Yes. That is what it looks like to me as well.
We are not touching it.
We are not touching it whatsoever. This looks quite steamy.
13-3.
13-3, and we got 14-4 to the top 12.
Yeah, that's
About
too
an end
bad.
to go.
Yep. It's just the one. Others
Take a look at it.
I agree.
That is a 1 yellow.
Sheet 1, we have some rocks in play over
a lot
here.
of red.
Oh, a lot of red. Wow. Could be a big comeback end here. Looks like they're throwing also.
Yep, there are 3 rocks to play still. So this is Becky's first stone.
It could just not be that one. So sheet 2 is also the one that's. Maybe that's a different reason too than the other one. So that sheet, but it's still different.
I don't know, do you go just top 12? open here to kind of block the draw, potential draw around the...
I think you have to shut that down at some point. Because the yellow out here is that draw kind of to those back two. You can shut out a lot of them, so you have to kind of prevent that draw path. Top 12, maybe as deep as like half 8. We'll do that. They'll probably have some level of
Well, this looks like
it's overcurling a little bit.
Well, it's pretty close.
Well, it's not going to be bad. It is going to be an extra counter. It is going to put some pressure. They might lick off a little bit here, and that's in a pretty good spot here. I just looked at the YouTube chat, and I was correct in saying they are Team Bergman by proxy on sheet 4.
Oh, I see.
And
it looks like Team Chris Longy to me, but yeah.
Well, Team Bergman by proxy.
All right. So yellow, they're looking at potentially hitting. I don't know what they will do for them, but
yeah, and this is you can get there's a bunch of different options to get 2 stones out, but even getting 2 stones out, you're still
they still might be giving up a 4, even if they get a double.
Even if they do the double, it's still possibly 5 because red still has a rock to throw.
I think the shot would be to go around it probably as deep as you can to make the run as difficult as possible.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, a run is not easy in club curling, so...
It's not. It's definitely not an easy shot. That being said, as long as you can get it maybe half tucked or something, it does... It forces them into a tougher shot.
Key is to get around the guard here, and
yeah, even if you're back 4, back 8, like this is one where we're getting around it and burying it as much as you can.
I think you can even go back to the back or red one and still be shot or second shot, and that would be quite. That would be good for them.
I mean, I think anything here where they give up less than 3 is probably probably going to be a win for Matt. Even I mean, honestly, with the way it's setting up, even giving up 4 and going into the 4th tied with how this end is developed is would probably be seen as a win. Matt has come down, and it looks like we have changed the shot. We are going to throw some sort of a hit here.
No natural doubles really here.
Well, your most natural-ish double would be to hit the one that's on the center line. You hit the outer third of that. You'll hit the other one, and that'll, since those 2 are lined up behind Bruce, the other one should go out. The other one would be to hit it closer to nose and maybe pick one of the back ones off. But either way, when you do that, you're still going to be leaving them sitting 3 or 4. This is coming down there, not sweeping it.
It's hanging.
It's hanging. Oh no. That's...
We got 6 reds sitting in the house.
They are currently sitting 4. But if they go for that hit, that outer third hit, it could be for 6.
It could even be for 7 if they stick around.
It's like, I think by the time we're done that game, get on the ice again.
1
I think you can nose that yellow one and even move the red one, and that'll be good enough for 6. Actually, you could probably nose it and it will jam on the side yellow.
I agree.
You'll still get your.
I agree, and I really.
7 here. But it looks like they're just going for their draw.
It does look like they're just going for the draw. Looking back at chat. Adam Miller asking, is there any defense happening this morning? The answer is no. Well, except for Sheet 4. Sheet 4 is a fairly nice defensive game. The rest of the ones are more akin to a heavyweight boxing match with two people just kind of punching each other in the center of the ring.
It is good. It's curling.
It is curling.
That looks good.
They have backing for this, so the one thing you don't want to do... Oh, they get it by?
That was close, but never doubt.
Yep. So that looks like it's going to be a 5.
And it's a close game again.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got going on the feature sheet. It's tight.
It is. It looks like it's going to... Maybe. It's really close. Yep. It's going to catch the red a little bit. But he does have that one, yeah.
It's well guarded.
Alright, Kaylee's draw here. Looks like it's coming over nicely. If it gets around this yellow, it gets past this yellow. Oh, but now it needs to stop. It needs to slow down. Keep going on this, and it is going to slide just past the back of the house.
Yeah, I always thought that was so silly in my hometown. It's like, we're not really good at going. None of us walk our bikes out that way. It was so funny because I went back and that, oh, yeah, it was already back there. Oh, well.
Keep the draw here. It does look a little heavy. It might catch this right a little bit, which it does, and then rolls.
Did he roll into the hole?
He did.
Right. And then when we just signed up for a league, I don't think
So a little bit lucky and unlucky at the same time.
Yeah, fortunately, it rolled further back than the one they have in the 12 foot. So there's no double or anything to bring that other red into play quite yet. But Kaylee's just gonna hit this because she does have a short run on that outside there to potentially go after that one.
They're sweeping hard.
They are sweeping hard.
Can they hold it? It's close.
It is close. I think they're gonna get
they
it.
got it.
They got it. And the roll.
Wow.
Yeah, very well found.
He is looking at this. I think he's indicating there's no way to draw around on the outside. This is all options is to run it. Or to go from the interim side, I think.
Yeah.
Simpson's like,
Either that, or he's looking at the long roll off the one on the side.
Yep. It's an option too.
It's an option, but I'm not sure how much. If you make it, it's great.
If you make it, I don't think you push it very far, but
Well, I don't think he's trying to. I'm not sure it's trying for the double as much as you'd be trying, just to kind
roll
of
in,
to
yeah.
hit the extra rock and then roll closer, and maybe he gets a double. Maybe depending on what Kaylee does, you might get the double in on the second shot.
yeah. So I think he's just looking at a setup shot here, or
Yeah.
a freeze or something short of it that he can use.
You're still a handful of stuff.
Oh, and he is heading back down the ice. Oh no, he's not. I'm confused by which way the shot looks on the screen.
I think it's gonna be pretty straight. Get your down through.
This is probably the best call. He could take on the run. I don't know, but worst case he'll open it up.
Yeah, I kind of like the run. I think since he is sitting second shot, there's less worry about the run. Because it does force. This is light though.
Light and over curling. You want to kind of wire these. I actually lined them up pretty nicely there.
He did.
That's why it's called love curling.
Welcome to Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
The first draw of Sunday morning.
Right.
Where everyone's tired and some people more so.
Yeah.
for blue.
Yeah, what if we got wet road?
Is there any danger to freeze down to your shot rock here?
I mean, depending on where you freeze it, that double run could leave them potentially with the double run double.
Yep. Double
So
run
that
double.
would be one potential challenge with it. And part of the big question is are you looking here? Now the one thing you could do is, let me see if I can do this properly.
There it is.
There's a rock. If you throw it kind of right here,
Yep.
now you're sitting the two. The run double, that probably goes over the top. And then the double this
Yep.
way over the top is really flat to try to get that other one out there, and that probably sets your two up really nicely.
Yep. It's a little bit light, but it's.
I don't think it's light. It's coming in
It's good.
pretty nicely. I think it's going to actually be
yeah,
right down on top of it, maybe even a small bump. It does give him a small bump. That's not bad.
Not bad because the double is tough right there.
I don't think the double is really tough to make it with just trying it. You do have the slash,
You won't stick around.
which you want to stick around, but you do have your count. You do have your extra count over there.
Yeah. And this is T's last shot. Without hammer, so. I think the safest shot is probably just to nose the top one and make it really difficult to score at deuce.
Yeah, well,
here.
that's probably your safest shot. The other one could be, 'cause we haven't seen them curl coming the other way as well.
Yep.
Would it be to play the hit and roll on the left red?
Yep.
So take another rock here. And you hit it right about there,
Yep.
and then you can probably roll to there.
Yep.
You do give them that. You do give them the potential
Yep.
slash in for that, but it is hard and pretty easy to roll out playing that shot. That would be your other option.
His ice is for a hit.
Yeah, I think he's playing either the slash or just the nose hit on the top one.
Just to make sure you don't crash on the guards here.
They are sweeping on the same side,
Actually, the line looks good.
but they might have pushed it out a little
They
bit.
might have.
I think they're just going to get the one.
And then it's rolling.
It's rolling, so red will
Right.
sit one after this and have the draw to the full 8 foot for their 2. Well, especially since red is throwing.
Well, could you run the top, the 12-foot back?
The run back for 3 with red throwing would be an interesting call.
You're going for just a straight draw.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you just have to draw the 8 foot.
And then somehow
Not gonna get it in time. Supers are kind of wanting to go.
Yeah.
And they just drop down. They're starting to go on it. Scott comes running out. The line's going to be fine, but do they have the weight on this?
I think they do.
I think they do too. This
They
looks
got
like
it.
it's going to be pretty good. It's going to rub off the one in the 4 foot.
Very nice shot.
But that's going to be a really nice shot. 2 more for red, and we are all tied at the halfway point.
Take a look at sheet 1. Montalbano with hammer. But not sitting. Not just sitting 1 at least, maybe 2.
I've had 3 cups already.
Or on rice rocks. The indication is the hit here. Maybe for the double, but it's over curling and it's punching the runner into sit 2. So while not ideal, they at least open up the center. So indication is to guard that back up again. And this is the side that curls nicely, so make sure they have the right broom here. Line and weight looks good here. See if you're not touching the brakes. It's curling right now. Anything in my overcrowd a bit? No, I'm leaving it right there. Not a little deep, but that's fine. It's half covered. Matt is looking at tapping his own rock. The broom is right on the rock, so Kenny will be running pretty straight here. Not sure what the weight call is, but we will see. Ideally, you would want to angle this one right into short rock and stuff it there into shot. But the option is straight back as well, of course. This is sitting a little bit wide. 9.9. Is it going to cut the red one? It does. Moved far enough out to, I think, go out of the rings. Red's looking at the guard again to take away the draw. Take more ice on this one because it overcurled the last time. If they make this successfully, then Matt's only option is probably to play the same tap on the yellow. It is a bit lighter, so be higher guard. Curl's just about to center. So that will leave enough room there. There's a port to draw in for your one here. They got a good read on the line and the weight. Still, it's a draw against two, being down one. And this is hammer. Always these pressure shots that the skip face. They are on it for line. 11-7. That should be heavy enough to. And it runs by everything. It's a little bit heavy and a little bit tight. So we got a steal of two. Let's go back to the feature sheet. Kayla is sitting two in the house. We're on Vice Rocks. throw in here. Call line early, and this one is almost makes a double. Pushes the red one back, so it's in a lot better spot now. Call has to hit and roll on top of the red one. This will get a piece, we'll see how far it's gonna roll. Are they gonna stick around? Yes, they are. So the red rock is sitting back 4. The call is to hit. The other option would be to draw around and sit shots sort of under the red guard. It'd be more aggressive call, but it's not easy to make sure you're shot, so safest for sure is to hit this one out. It's going a little wide, but the weight is nice and controlled, so has a chance to get back. It's going to be just fine. Weight was just enough to get it out. Quick look at sheet 4. We're down to skip rocks here. Looks like yellow is sitting 2, and this is the last shot for Chris to try to freeze one in there and sit shot. If you can freeze one on top of here, it's going to be pretty good. That looks good. So maybe a tad heavy. It looks perfect. Looks perfect. Taps it back a little bit. That is very nice. Can Matt get around that guard with enough weight to punch it back to score his deuce? Syne certainly curls enough, so shot is there.
But Chris, I found my hat.
You found your hat? I'm so happy. Where was it?
Underneath.
Sweepers are indicating it's good weight. Looks pretty good, but off and on. Needs to curl a little bit. 14-4. Actually, this looks very nice. That's a beauty of a shot from Matt Hiller. For a deuce. So they go up by 3. So back to the feature sheet. Looks like we've been trading hits here.
With the piping and stuff. Make that big close.
And this is the last shot for Kaylee, so a nose hit here, and
Yeah.
T will be forced to take his 1. Most likely.
I don't know why I can't remember it. It's just like
Sweeping. Now they're on it. He will be just fine. They can get it as long as they can get it out, and they can. So it leaves a nose hit back for the force. Ray indicates sweep early here. They are on it. They're doing a really good job at holding it. It's running basically right on that center line. Sorry, I forgot the timer there, but this looks fine. Very nice sweep from the front end. The T-Bone to go up by 1 after 5. On sheet 2, we have Jonathan Horowitz throwing a draw here. We're already sitting one under the guard. Matt Peterson chose to peel on his first one. He had a guard that was higher. And he's going for the peel here as well. He is up and he's got the hammer, so he wants to make sure he eliminates some of the problem rocks here. I think choosing to go over the interim side so that even if it happens to flash by the guard, he'll have the back rocks to make something happen. But this is a nice peel of the guard. Cherry, of course, would like to put this guard back. Basically guarding the top rock here, I think, is ideal. Broom is on right on the edge of the 8-foot. Sweeping is a little bit light, but as long as the line is good, which it looks like it is, can you get it over? Can you get it over? They don't.
Well, I have a word that fits. Let me write it down.
So the double is there for Matt Peterson to get out of this end.
That's not correctly. I might be wrong. One moment, please.
Skipper's not touching it. Looks pretty good. Takasang now. Is it gonna catch? He got the one.
Want a hint? You guys are on the same word?
Yeah.
Red's hitting shot here behind the guard. I think he just wants to corner freeze to it. That would take away any possibility of a run back.
Good morning, Liam.
They are on it again. Definitely gonna be over. So 69 should be a guard. Does it cover enough? I think there is an opening there. Does Matt want to take it on for 2?
Oh, there you go.
Difficulty is probably not too much more than drawing to the button, so he'll take this on and can definitely afford to give up one here as well, even though the game will get tighter. But the upside here, scoring a deuce would be to take a 5-point lead would be huge. And they should know this line. Should run nice and straight here. Throwing a nice control weight. They are sweeping. I think it looks pretty good though. Might have overswept it. And they do, so it's a steal. So that game will get a little tighter. Let's go back to feature sheet. We have yellow sitting shot in the back of the 8. Ray can draw one up here in top 8, top 4. That would be pretty good. Calling the line right on the hand. And it's narrow. And maybe a bit heavy. So we're playing the top. almost achieved the same purpose, but backed a little far. This looks like it's a top weight, or even freezing to it. And good job by the sweepers to get it, holding the line there. That's pretty much perfect. I think that probably limits T to freeze down to it, or just a freeze tap. Again, with T not having hammer in this end, I think he's perfectly fine with just freezing to it. Oh, this looks like a hit. Hanging a bit wide. It's not coming back unless it gets a piece, and it doesn't. So the question is now, do you freeze or do you want to tap the iron back a little bit? That's good for weight and length. Let's maybe curl a little bit more. Alright, so sitting 2. Not bad. Forcing T to hit that top one, or at least bump it back. The danger, of course, being that if he hits it and that clip is yellow in the back, going by. We're already looking at what's going to knock short rock after this hit. If he noses it, is there a way to get the double for 2? So ideally he wants to flop over a little bit. And that would make it difficult to maybe even score here. So we'll see what this ends up. Here's Syne narrow, sweep hard. Let's get weight, and it does rolls slightly. So it'll be a draw for 2.
The word wrong.
Just first rocks. The question is, do you guard that, or do you freeze down to it, or do you even hit that red one, knowing that the yellow is going to go out in the back and the red one will go to the side of the yellow one. There could possibly be even a double here, depending on how aggressive you want to be. Wouldn't mind hitting the red one and roll over a little bit to the left side. See what the color is here. It's a lighter hit weight. Looks good, so it's just basically just top weight. That is pretty good. There is not a double. I don't know if they can get any of those red out because there's a jam in the back. I think the shot is probably just a tap, nose tap, so that your left corner frozen on the red one. Get the second red one past those 2 yellows to at least make it difficult to come into play. I think that's what they're looking at. Key is to stick around with your shooter here, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide.
This is 6 end, so
I'm not sure
you don't really want to give up a 2 here, but under the circumstances, see what they can do. They might be able to get a force still in play. Off and on. Looks good. Teasing it. Well, this may not cool enough. And it rolls away.
I don't know.
They moved the second red out, so it is a draw for 2.
Like my texts weren't in it. It was weird.
They're not sent to iMessage.
Right, but yeah,
I like to sign out of iMessage.
Right. Yeah. It is only Lori. It's really fun. Actually, one of my cousins actually. There's So maybe it didn't go through for whatever reason.
It did not, so I'm saying it again.
Well, we'll see what happens when I send it again.
Free students. The top four wins.
Maybe that's the problem, is that that's ready for you. I don't know.
Who initiated the message?
Sweepers are on it. The line looks good. Actually, it's falling out. 14-7. It should be close. It's coming in nicely. And that is a nice draw. Just to the back of a button. So Meyer goes up 7-6 after 6.
It is just funny sometimes, like, oh, Lori.
Let's take a look at the other sheets. Sheet 1, Barch is up 9-5 in the 6th end, sitting 2 and shooting right now. On sheet 2, we got Spadaro Peterson up by 2 in the 7th. But it's been getting closer here for every end, and red sitting 1. So a chance to seal again here. And on sheet 4, Hammer is up by 2. In the 6, only 1 red in the house. And this rock is half buried, and this is a straight side, so it's not an easy shot for Julia here. The weight looks very good. It's kind of curling off. This looks pretty perfect. And that is an excellent shot right there. The perfect weight and the perfect line. Let's go back to the feature sheet. And it looks like we may have had a tick shot here. This is Briar quality curling right here.
I guess I also shot a lot of things. I don't want to take this home.
Calling for a guard. Slips a little bit deep. Oh, it might check up. It does. Sleepers on and off. It's got enough line here. 16-1 should be another guard. Definitely usable.
I'm not sure who's playing it. I figured it was. I'm just worried the number of questions that's been in this
Call was drawing through the board, I think, or with the possibility of a tap up. And it is a little bit light. Just a high guard, not the worst. Okay, draw.
Yeah, watching that.
Draw through the port, or if it's a little bit wide, then you can bump up the yellow. This looks like it's a little bit wide. It's actually on the outside of the yellow rock, but it's got good weight, so it does move it into the house. Possibly in the hole. That side curls more, so it may be difficult to take on that hit through the hole, so they elect to draw instead.
It's like way back, so you can see it from
You good.
like blended.
It looks a little bit heavy. 13, 14 flat. Yeah, that looks too heavy. Gives T the chance to set up his deuce here, or even more. Key here is not to go too deep. The miss is lighter, but top 8, half tucked under would be ideal. This is not curling enough though. 15-5, it's going to be wide open in the top of the 12. So that opens up a chance to hit and roll here under the guards. Okay, the Askin's got here. What do you like? Taking on the shot through the port to get the shot rock here. So this is playing inside out. It's definitely the right turn to play this. Okay, so they go back. Go back to the original goal. This is a safer shot, and you can get a good roll here. Should run straight, and even if they just noses, it's not bad. Waiting for this to curl. It is hanging, even with down weight. Or is it gonna go by? It is.
That is a high There's nothing
You would just like to have this top house just biting the 12. It looks good actually. If anything, it's curling a bit. Is it going to count? And it does. leaves that rock still accessible. Choosing to go for shot rock here, which definitely, if you make this and roll under, would be a very good result.
Deal, but it's not worth it.
Sweeper, this, can they hold it? Can they hold it? Crashes, and all those two rocks to the center. Oh, it did open up the whole entire left side though. It's going to be hard to guard both the hit and a draw there. Even if a Christmas tree this year, that leaves enough room for a hit and roll.
It's wild.
This is a little tight. The weight was enough, but it... Okay, so that takes off and rolls to at least half guarding that one.
I get one. 2 minds right now.
There's a big poor turnout to draw in there.
I think I tried to call that game or something, or I called Mr. Peterson a lot for juniors, so.
Quick look at sheet 2.
No, I'm just, I don't
Sherry is up now. Look at the big steal of 3. Also sitting one here.
So definitely, so I just, do we think we call it ice cream?
Starting. Let's go back to sheet 3. The broom looks like a hit. Same one they just threw, so should have a good idea of weight and line here. I'm probably taking a little bit more ice and or throwing a little bit more than Scott did. We're waiting for this to curl, and this is kind of hanging. You're gonna get a... It just ticked it. It came back, but not quite enough.
I think you made Becky angry.
Yeah, seriously, why do you do that?
I think they got the point on it, right? He came out and rolled it down. I think he was just great. All right, here we go.
So I'll draw through the port here and say just top 8, I think, is ideal. This needs to curl a bit. This guy is going to curl though, 15-4. It's close to biting. And it goes all the way into the 8. So that was possibly a bit deep, but I think even if Kaylee's able to hit that one and roll, might only be sitting third shot. Could possibly roll to second. You're looking at the top red ones. The tap is certainly there, I think. Could tap it straight into the 4, not even the button. And guarded, I think that might be the best result. But you gotta tap it perfectly for both line and weight. I think the problem with the tap is that yellow one on the side is close enough to where they might catch it going by, and then it's no good. So I think they're hitting the yellow one that T just threw. Or Ray just threw. Supers are on it, and this looks close. Can they hold it? Can they hold it? Can they? Oh, they clipped. They clipped and rolled, so they got one of the other ones out.
I think I draw in.
But it's still a
Everything's an extra end today.
draw for 4 here.
I think you try to promo that red into the yellow, so the most they can get is 1. Go ahead, take the extra end.
And T just threw the same shot,
That's
so
why if you get a red,
he should be really close on this one.
yeah, it's hard to cope with that. It would just be a shame after such a big comeback.
Their super zone is early, might be a little bit tight. And it's over curling. It's over curling. 14-9. Are they gonna bump one in? They are.
Wow.
So it's just a 2.
Is he shot?
So they still go up 1. After 7.
Yeah, better.
And let's take a look at what we've got going on here. We got 9-6.
I wasn't sure it was
We
going to
might have had the score that's not hung yet
My
there.
whole body went into the screen like I did
Sheet 2. Sherry is up by 1, and this is the last end.
Is there talking about just a straight draw.
with Spadaro Peterson sitting 1.
Well, Peterson needs to.
So,
I mean, I wouldn't mind having him in the
Peterson has a chance to draw around here. Sit 2. And I believe this is hammer, so this is for the win. Sweepers are on it. Is it right there? They're trying. Tycho comes out. This is short. This is short. So we got the bonus curling here. Let's look at sheet 4. Bergman / Longy sitting shot in the top of the 4. Hiller sitting 3 in the back of the house, but being up by 3. He just wants to take this red one out.
Oh, sorry, this one's out.
Taking out and not jam it. This is running a bit wide. So are they gonna get a piece? No.
At least it's the game that's like running a little bit faster.
And we're on second rocks there.
Quicker than the other games. Yeah.
So we got 2 corner guards to start off play in the 8th end. It's a little bit short, but it's in play. So lots of rocks to work with. This one looks a little bit short, 14-7. I think the ice might be slowing down a hair here late in the game. Now it's a race to position yourself, take control of the top of the house. Kaylee choosing to peel here. Definitely not a bad call.
Ready for the extra end, were ya?
All it takes is one. All it takes is one.
If they can keep them between those two, just biting the.
Right. Leave it open for Matt at the end. Which Matt?
This looks pretty good. They want to get this one and roll out. They do. Perfect shot from David. Take a quick look over at sheet 2 in extra end. Very with hammer here, so Peterson Spadaro wants to put up as many center guards as he can here. They're nice and spread out on the side of the center. Matt does not want to leave those around, so looking for a double P there ideally. David Jean throwing here, second rocks. Can throw a good weight. Line looks pretty good. Maybe it's over curling a hair. Still gonna get the single peel. Oh, it actually takes the one at the closest to the rings, and unfortunately leaves another guard there. So now Matt can come around. This is the opportunity he's been waiting for. Still early here though. Lots of rocks to come. Let's take a look back to our feature sheet. T is sitting top of the fort, and Ray is shooting white rocks. Looking for a guard or something close to it. And the line looks fine. The weight is all there. This looks pretty perfect. So definitely has to peel this guard. They're far enough apart where if they go for the double, they're likely to leave their red shooter as another guard, which isn't ideal. So I think just a single peel here, would they be very happy with that. It's now they're on it. It's a little bit tight. No, it looks good. Going for the double. It goes slightly over the top. Rolls out though, which is what they wanted. Lots of action going on now. Back on sheet 2. Still got a pretty wide open house here to draw to. Tycho has a chance to come in now. Now they're going. Starting to curl. If they can get it here, this could be a good one. They are getting it into the top of the 8. That's a very nice shot. Back to sheet 3. Playing another guard. And they leave it a little bit high, so there's a port here now. For Scott Meyer to go through and take that short arc out. And possibly roll to either under the yellow or might even get the inside roll to under the red.
Looks like a repeat of the last one.
There, now the sweepers on it. Oh, this looks nice. Very nice controlled weight. It's hanging a little bit on the outside. They might get a roll under the yellow guard. They do. I think T can still see a piece of it. A quick look again at sheet 2 in the extra hand. Peterson Spadar still sitting, shot arcing on top of the 8. They want to put up another guard here. And it's close to the house. It's all the way into the 12. wants to run back the red one into the yellow. To open this up and leave himself a shot. This one is hanging a little bit. He might just be peeling out his red one. Okay, so we've got no red in the house, but he'd open it up. Back to sheet 3. They are discussing here. Can they see enough of this one on the outturn hit? Or do they have to play the inside out? There should be a more guess on the line. He definitely thought the outturner it's going to run straight. He might clip it a little bit on the inside and get the roll, get the long roll. But it should stick around. See what kind of weight he throws here. Looks it's a 9. Oh, so it did catch the inside of it and roll out. But he got job number 1 done, getting that one out. To the extra hand sheet, and this is Peterson putting up another guard, and they got that done. Take a quick look at sheet 4. We got lots of rocks in play, with 1 yellow in there, and how do they get that one out? It looks very difficult.
I don't know.
No wonder they're pro.
Right.
Sheet 3 is still looking at what the shot they're gonna make, so we'll just take a look, take it here for sheet 2. It looks like Matt Sherry wants to go through the port and hit the top. One of the 2 yellow top rocks. And since a nice controlled weight, is it gonna go through the port? It is. And he catches the top one, just clips it and rolls to the back. So that they're sitting second shot, I believe. No, they're sitting third shot. Oh, we're on sheet 3, Kaylee's draw. I think they were deliberating how they're going to get into the house. This one is a little bit light. They might. It does go into the house. Riding the 8 leaves it open for T to hit this. Hits this, then that should force an extra and also on sheet 3.
Yeah, no, it's wild that sheet 2 is going to be done with 9 before other sheets are done with 8.
He's going to make the perfect shot.
I understand that, but
He's throwing a controlled weight here. This should run nicely. Sinkers off and on. They want to need it to curl a little bit. It's definitely very controlled. Are they going to get it out? They are. So just a nose hit for an extra end here. Let's take a look at sheet 2. Peterson is on his last. It's a little bit heavy. This is gonna go back 4. That leaves a backing for Matt Sherry for the win.
No pressure.
Drawing against 3, but with backing.
For the extra years it takes up job hazard.
Let's go back to sheet 3. Kaylee needs to nose hit and stick around here to force the extra end. And this looks... Is it gonna get it out? It's gonna stick around. Can they get it out?
Extra, more
Oh, we got bonus curling again here. So extra end on our future sheet. Let's go back to the extra end on sheet 2. Matt's draw is sweepers on no. Can they get it? It's not curling. It's not curling. Is it coming back in?
Oh no, man.
Oh, it goes by.
That's a bummer.
And Spadara Peterson pulls it off with a steal in the extra end.
They finish 9 before other sheets are even on their 8th. They're just
Sheet 4 are been shaking. Hiller wins it. Sheet 1 is still playing in the 8th end, with Barch leading. So a high guard for Meyer to start the extra. That's an ideal start.
There you go.
This one's a bit tight. They could be playing a tick shot here. Intentional or unintentional. Oh, I ticked a little bit and then it rolls into the house. That's a pretty good shot. Kaylee has to ignore that and throw up another guard here.
There were a couple people that got a bye into the finals since they did so well.
This is a bit wide. And it's a little bit slower out there, so sweepers are trying to make it curl and carry as far as possible. 16-0. Just leave another guard. He wants to go around here. They're debating the turn. Probably just want to leave this top house. Don't go too deep. This one is tight as well, so we're curling. Might be able to go down to their other yellow through the port. They do, and it's heavy enough where they get the tap. They get a roll there. That's pretty good. get this to the yellow here. Move that out. A nice easy weight here. Or just a draw. Get by the guard, get in the house. You gotta get in. They just rub off it.
The way they're curling.
T wants to just come down and tap that back. Lots of options here. Of course, if he rubs off the red guard, he can roll to a better center guard. So, few options here. T calling 9 here, it's a little tight. I don't want to move that center guard over. And he clears it 14-1. The weight is actually plenty. And they do get a little tap. Shot rocks looks pretty wide open, however. Debating the weight here, indicating normal hit weight. I'm switching turns, so it makes it slightly harder. Scott's on it right away. It's gonna over curl. Can they hit the red one? Right, at least clear it up. And they do. That was a nice result. Sitting shot rock. Half guarded. Looks like yellow can still see enough of this one. This looks pretty good. Raise on it to make it curl, and they do get it. Doesn't matter if you roll out there. They got the red shot rock out. Can they come on the outside to roll in? I'm just playing top weight, backline weight. I think the key here is to get a slight inside roll to sit guarded under the red guard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, someone got the head.
Later, you're covering.
Sweepers are on this. Crawford and on again. The line looks really close. Are they going to bite? They are. And are they going to... Looks like this is a pretty perfect roll right there. He is quick to call the P of the guard here. There's... Okay, now taking a second look. Is there a way they could get it on the outside? No. Safer to just peel the guard. So ready with the important shot here. There's a runner. Get off it. This can be just fine. So a nice peel there by Ray. Okay, he's looking to go under the guards. Which is not bad. They leave the top red one exposed, but as long as they're sitting shot with this one, he has a choice to make. They could guard the red one, but since it's just barely in the 8th, it still leaves a big chunk for T to draw to on his last shot, so they want to try to shrink the scoring area as much as possible. Sweepers are sweeping this one, but they want it again. Looks close for Ray. It's not curling enough. It's actually a little bit heavy. So now taking it back, and second shot in the back. So looking at the draw here. Could hit and flop the top one, but it's not for sure they would get shot doing that, so trying to draw here. Rary's second shot. They're starting to overcurl, and it's a little bit light. Can they get it there? Can they get by the guards? And they just rub off it. It's a bit light. That's not ideal, but they still got 2 shots to work with here for the skip.
When you see Milano get all of the yellows from the front of the house into the house,
There's a run there. In that 8, just like the top.
Want them to do it to time, then they have to play 9. The finals is whatever.
Well, I've never.
No, right. Yeah. There were just not.
I know.
The other team's got to play.
Sheet 1, we got a lot of rocks in play. It's still a 4-point lead there. Kelly's first on the way. It's pretty close. This looks pretty nice. Maybe a hair deep. It goes all the way to the back of the 4. That gives T a chance to get in there. The problem is if he goes all the way down to it, he'll leave Kaylee another chance to freeze on top of that and sit shot and basically take that hand away. The other thing, if he leaves it a little bit short, there's a hit. So this is a very weight sensitive shot here. Definitely don't want to leave this short though. Give yourself a chance here. Zippers are not touching it yet. Line looks close though. I think they gotta be on it. No, it's got a curl. That's a little bit light there in the time. This looks very close and it's all the way down to it. But it leaves an opening for Kaylee to freeze one on there.
That's like a show. I'll tell you the story where it comes from because his brother, actually, another great
This is basically a shot for the game here. She just threw it also, although it wasn't intended to be that deep, but should know the weight here. Super Sona, maybe it's a hair tighter. And it's a bit lighter. Can they get it by? The weight was pretty good, but it wasn't enough, so T takes it, advances to the A final versus Aaron Horowitz. And on sheet 1 we also have a final with Bart Sweeney. So we'll be back for the final at 1 p.m. See you then.